In this exercise, we'll simplify a complex rational expression. The expression that we have is 9 minus 1 over y squared all over 3 minus 1 over y. And I'm going to use the method of simplification where we multiply the numerator and denominator of the complex rational expression by the least common multiple of all of the denominators. So I have a denominator of y squared here and a denominator of y, which tells me that the least common denominator of those two denominators is y squared. So I'm going to multiply this. Let's just rewrite the expression to begin with. I'm going to multiply this by 1 in the form of y squared over y squared, which means I'll be multiplying the whole numerator by y squared and the whole denominator by y squared. And let's write that multiplication. Multiplying the numerators, I have 9 minus 1 over y squared times y squared, and multiplying the denominators, 3 minus 1 over y times y squared. Now, doing the multiplications, removing parentheses, I'll have 9 times y squared minus 1 over y squared times y squared. And down here I have 3 times y squared minus 1 over y times y squared. Now let's continue with a little more space to work. This is the last step that we had. When I do these multiplications, I'll have 9y squared. 1 over y squared times y squared is 1, so I'll have 9y squared minus 1. This is 3y squared. 1 over y times y squared gives me y, so I have 3y squared minus y here. And the instructions said to simplify this if we can. So we need to look at the numerator and denominator and see if we can find any factors that are common to the two. Well, let's factor each of them. 9y squared minus 1 can be factored as 3y plus 1 times 3y minus 1. And 3y squared minus y, there's a common factor of y. So I can write this as y times the quantity, 3y minus 1. And now I can look at these, the numerator and the denominator, and I see that each has a factor of 3y minus 1, which can be removed. Now I'll remove it just by canceling like this. And what we have left is the simplified form of that complex rational expression. It's 3y plus 1 over y.